model and what you think will work for you. So on the next slide, we want to talk about why you want to attend. And you'll see at the top of each slide, I've added a comment from some of the folks who've taken the workshop before. So the first item that we deal with is the concept of return on investment. You know, most of us, in fact, including myself, when I started networking, I never really thought about what the cost was and whether, in fact, my costs were being covered by the return that I was getting from my networking. So I joined an organization called BNI, and when I started to sit down and look at what it was actually costing me, well, I was paying over 11 grand a year, including my time, travel costs, meals, and the annual fee. Now, BNI is a good organization if you want to learn how to network. But the question I had to ask myself after the second year was, you know, am I getting $11,000 in profit from the time I'm putting into BNI? So that's the thing we want you to look at is, as a professional, as a business person, you know, networking is not about sitting down and having coffee with people or chatting. It's about doing business. And we'll walk you through how you make that judgment. The next thing we want to talk about is what are the various networking options available to you. So when I started networking, 3 years ago, people would ask me, you know, well, how did I network before this? You know, I generated in one line of business a net income of about $250,000 a year. And I used to say, well, you know, I never networked. You know, that wasn't what I did. But in fact, when I stopped and looked at it, I did network. I just networked in a very different way than we consider networking, you know, through meetups and that sort of thing. So we'll look at a number of different forms of networking. And I'll share with you how I used to network and how that led to the business that I had. But in the end, you will choose what works for you. The next thing we want to look at is we all get business cards. And because I happen to have a graphic, I put mine up. Some people think that's a bit of cheesy, you know, that I could use somebody else's card. But following the KISS principle, and of course we all know what that is. Hey, Sean? Keep it shamelessly self-promoting.
Keep it shamelessly
Yes, totally.
self-promoting.
Yeah. So here we are. And Sean does a wonderful presentation, and many people in the network have seen part of it.